You don't love Tonio. You love me. You can't deny it, can you? Baby, don't you see what a terrible mistake you're making? You're only going to wind up hurting Tonio and yourself.
Well, I think I'm ready to face Mrs. Walsh at her hotel.
Well, I hope it goes well.
I'm sorry. I understand how you feel, but there was no way I could get out of it. I tried.
I know. I just want you to be careful.
You look so serious.
I am. I am serious because I know Mrs. Walsh. And she tries to manipulate people, and she will try that with you because of me. She will.
Sierra. Maybe she can manipulate Craig Montgomery. Not me. I've never been manipulated by a woman in my life. I'm not about to start now.
Well, don't underestimate her. She's a very wicked and very clever woman.
Will you stop worrying? I'm going to be polite to her so I can keep my job. That's all. Now, I want to see you smiling. This is our first morning together as husband and wife. Today, you are going to find us a beautiful apartment. And I'm going to deal with Mrs. Walsh so I can pay the rent for it.
Okay. Oh, that should be the room service. Order more coffee while you're in the shower.
Already you are a good wife.
Good morning. Or should I say, buenos dias?
Oh, Nancy.
Lisa, come in.
Hi, have you heard anything?
Not a thing.
Oh. Tom, Bob.
Hi, Mom.
Oh, sweetheart, you've been here all night, huh?
Yeah, but I haven't been able to persuade Dad to get any sleep.
I haven't had any sleep either. Bob, look at you. Oh, you look so tired.
I'm okay. I just talked to Kevin at police headquarters. They're going to start an air search of the entire radius they estimate Doug's jet could fly without refueling.
That could be encouraging, couldn't it?
I looked at it on the map, Lisa. It's a huge area, a lot of it mountainous, deserted. Even if he doesn't harm them, what's this going to do to Kim and her condition?
You haven't told others that she's pregnant, have you?
No. I've got to get to the hospital and talk to Dr. Samuels, find out exactly what her condition is, and I'll talk to Dr. Chapin, too. I'll get it. Look, we're not talking to reporters, so...
I'm not a reporter. Ben Anderson, FBI. I've been assigned to the Hughes kidnapping.
I'm sorry. I'm Tom Hughes. Come on in. Look, I'm really sorry about that, but we've been hounded by the press, and we don't have any answers.
I taught in a special training program last fall in Washington. There was a detective named Hughes from Oakdale, Margot Hughes. She a relation by any chance?
Yes, that's my wife.
Really? Well, congratulations. She was one of the best in the program.
Thank you. Why don't you come on inside? Yeah. Dad, this is Ben Anderson from the FBI. Anderson. Bob Hughes.
Hi. I realize what you're going through, but if you could answer a few questions.
Anything. Anything I can do to help find them.
Kim?
It's all right. I'm right here.
Oh, God.
Oh, no.
Oh, we're trapped.
No.
You killed 3 people.
No, we're not trapped. We are going to get out of here, sweetheart. We just can't do anything to upset Douglas, all right?
He'll kill us.
No.
Like he killed Cal.
No.
And Marie.
Franny,
And his psychiatrist.
Shh, Franny.
I loved him.
know, precious.
I wanted to marry him.
No, darling. I know, darling. Easy.
Shh. Douglas is in the kitchen making breakfast. We'd better talk while we can. As soon as there's a chance, I'm going to help you escape. But in the meantime, you've got to trust my judgment. I know Douglas. Franny, I know you've never trusted me, but our lives depend on it now. Yes, mine too. Douglas is very happy at the moment because he thinks the first part of his dream has come true. You're both here with him. But you mustn't do or say anything to threaten his belief in this, or terrible things could happen, as they did with Marie and Cal.
Does he have any idea at all that he killed them?
Yes, but he sees nothing wrong in it. They got in the way of his plan.
We'll do whatever you say.
As the world turns. This portion brought to you today by Dawn, the dishwashing liquid that takes grease out of your way. And by Spick and Span Pine, clean's toughest bathroom grime, or our name isn't Spick and Span.
Darling? Well.
I thought our meeting was to take place at your suite, Mrs. Walsh.
Oh, yes, it was meant to, yes. I just feared that perhaps Sierra would talk you out of the meeting, so I decided to come here myself.
That wasn't necessary. Tonio makes his own decisions, just as I do.
Darling, I know how you feel about me. You made that clear the last time we met. I am not here, I promise you, to plead my case.
It's so very simple to tell the truth and to be honest to people who you love. But you wouldn't know about that because you have built your life on lies and deception.
Yes. Look, I know this is upsetting you. You said you had some things to do this morning. Why don't you see to them while Mrs. Walsh and I discuss our business? Okay?
I would be more than happy to leave.
Sierra, dear, while you're going over the list of my sins, just remember this. I sent Craig to Montega to get you out when your father was killed. I saved your life. I did that. That means something. Wow.
She's been upset.
And only one day married.
What is this meeting about, Mrs. Walsh?
Mr. Reyes, fine, let's get to business. I want you to listen to what I say, because I'm not going to say this more than once. I've been giving a great deal of thought to the situation ever since Craig told me you had married my daughter. Now I've come up with the only possible solution I can think of.
Here they are.
These are recent photos of your wife and daughter?
Yes.
Lieutenant McCluskey told me your daughter was engaged to Cummings.
Yes, they were supposed to be married when she finished college.
And you had no idea there was anything wrong with them?
No, none of us did.
I interviewed Marcia Talbot's cousin, Elaine Hargrove, before I came over here. She'd known Cummings for years, and she knew he'd had a mental breakdown after his wife died, but she had no idea he was dangerous.
Hello? Yes, he is. Just a minute. Mr. Anderson, for you. Detective Munson.
Thanks. What's up, Hal? Okay, be right over. They found a safe in Cummings' apartment. You want to come along and see what's in it?
Damn right I do. Son?
Yeah, you bet.
This is just a little prelude here. I have a proper breakfast cooking in the kitchen.
Oh.
Kim, there you go.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Oh, you're welcome, Franny.
Thank you.
You are welcome. There we go, Marsh.
Thank you, Douglas. Can I help you with anything?
Well, no, I don't believe so. I think I have everything under control. So, how'd everybody sleep, huh?
Very well. Thank you very much. Franny and I ended up spending the night down here.
Well, why? Why'd you do that? The bedroom I showed you has its own bath. It's very comfortable.
We were too excited to settle down.
Really? Oh, I'm very glad you were...
Oh, Douglas, this coffee is just wonderful. Where did you get it?
I have this place very well stocked. Actually, I have enough canned goods here. A family of 4 could live here for months. Plus, I have a small generator, which is fed by an enormous fuel tank. It keeps the freezers going even when we're not here.
Very impressive.
Oh, well, you know, when you're this far away from civilization, you have to be prepared. That's for sure. Freddie, what's wrong? Huh? I want to show you the rest of the house now that it's daylight. What do you?
Wouldn't that be fun, Franny? Wouldn't it, honey?
Yes.
Yeah? Well, good. Let's go. Come on. We'll start with the kitchen. First of all, I want you to know, if you see anything you don't like, just tell me and we'll change it. You know, and I want you to be comfortable here, you know? So, it's your home now, too, right?
No, thanks. That's great news. Yeah, I needed some good news today. Thanks. Bye-bye. Well, Heather's going to leave the hospital today.
Oh, great.
Great. Yeah, Dr. Hessler said she's going to be fine. She just has to rest for a few days.
All right. Now, I know you were very worried about Kim and Franny, but they are going to find them soon. All right? And I know you're worried about Craig.
Well, Sierra made a big mistake.
All right, we don't know that, okay? She's known Tonio for a long time.
Yeah, but she doesn't love him. I mean, I know what happened. She was devastated when she found out about Craig and Lucinda. That's what did it.
Well, can you blame her?
It wasn't like that. It just happened once. He came back from Montega. He thought that Sierra had died.
Oh, but with her mother. I mean, what, and then he tells you all about it?
He felt very guilty.
Yeah, well, it's nothing to be proud of. I mean, you make it with the boss lady, and then he milked it for all it was worth.
It wasn't
the guy gets
like
promotion,
that.
stuff. All right. Look, I don't have time to talk about Craig, all right? I got to get to work.
Well, are you going to say goodbye to your daughter?
Oh, sure.
Say goodbye to Daddy. Can I say goodbye?
Hi, sweet girl. Now, look, you be a very, very good girl. And you know what? You may have a baby brother or sister real soon. Okay? Well, are you expecting anybody?
No.
Probably a stray cat, and as you collect them.
Very funny.
Hi, Steve. Craig. Come in. Look, I know what happened, and I am real sorry.
Thanks.
Hi, I'm glad you're back.
Yeah, well, Mama called, you, so I figured I'd stop by and let you know it was okay.
Look, baby, I gotta get to work.
Okay.
Okay?
See you later.
Bye-bye. Let's take it.
Yeah.
I don't know what to say. I think she made a terrible mistake.
It's my fault. I don't know. You're supposed to be on our honeymoon right now.
I'm glad you came home.
I just don't know what to do. Can't really think. I can't work. Hey.
Hey.
Come here. Huh? How are you doing? How are you? You good? Have a kiss? Thanks. You know something? Sierra and I were thinking about having a little one like you. It was all going so well. And
how's your pneumonia?
A little better.
That was some act you pulled. Almost had me fooled.
Well, I couldn't go to school today, Holden. I didn't do my homework.
You should have thought about that before you went out to dinner with Dr. Dixon and Dusty.
Well, I got no regrets. Oh, that was the nicest place I ever been in my life.
Now you know how the rich people live. So what do you want to talk about?
Okay, how tight really are Dusty and Lily?
How would I know?
Holden.
All I know is they argue a lot lately. And Lily thinks she can push him around, you know?
Why? I mean, Dusty has as much money as she does.
No, Dr. Dixon's the one with the money. You see, Dusty worked the rodeo circuit as a kid with his stepfather, and he practically grew up with nothing, like us.
You're kidding. Well, he sure done okay for himself.
Holden, what are you doing in here? You're supposed to be out straightening up the porch. You better get up to bed with that cough.
Oh, I will, Mama. It's just... being in bed makes me feel sicker.
Oh, I thought Steve was down here. He's supposed to pick me up.
Mama, have I done something to make you angry?
Look, I have lots of work to do, Meg. I don't have time to stand around talking.
Okay. Well, you know, I'll go take a hot bath. That always makes me feel better when I'm sick.
Good.
Mama? Is there something wrong? I mean, are you mad at Meg?
I overheard her talking last night, telling you how much she hated the farm. And when I think of the struggle that we had to go through, I mean, not only myself and your father, but grandparents and parents, I mean, just to keep it in the family, to have something to pass on.
Mama, she's just too young to appreciate it here, that's all.
But what about Lily Walsh? She's her age. I mean, it just saddens me to think that someone like Lily loves it here, and my own daughter hates it.
But Lily loves it here is because she's getting lots of love and affection. And she's hungry for that.
I'm not sure your plan will work for me, Mrs. Walsh.
Oh, well, I'm sorry. You're going to have to try and make it work for you. You got your green card when I gave you a job in Miami. If you don't have your green card, you won't be able to support yourself. Or your wife. You might be deported. Sierra might be deported, too. Now, that will not suit me for my daughter.
Is that why you've come here, Mrs. Walsh, to make me this offer?
Oh, I'm terribly sorry. You're really misunderstanding me. It's not an offer. It's an order. An order from the lady who owns the large conglomerate of which you are a very small particle. You will relocate in Oakdale. You will turn up for work tomorrow morning, or else I'm terribly sorry. I'll just have to let you go. Of course, if you do as I suggest, then everything will work out fine. I'm sure that your advancement will be rapid, and you will be able to support my daughter in the style to which she is accustomed.
All right. I'll go.
All right. All right, good. It's a deal. I'm sure that you can persuade Sierra that it's the right move. After all, you persuaded her to marry you, knowing she loved another man.
There'll be no problem with Sierra. This is a husband's decision.
Oh, I forgot. Privileged Montagans that never take into consideration the wife's opinion in important decisions.
Sierra will accept my judgment in this. She knows I only want what's best for her.
All right. Good. Goodbye. I'll see you tomorrow. In Oakdale. Or I'll never see you again.
How do you like this? The missing pages from Marie Kovac's diary.
What happened to Ken Wayne since all this broke?
We released him with an official apology. He left town fast.
Did he know that Kim and Franny had been kidnapped?
Nope.
I'm sure he was the one who was harassing Kim.
Well, I think Cummings set him up from the beginning. I took a photo of Marcia Talbot down to Pearson's florist. I showed it to the clerk. She recognized her. Talbot was the one who ordered those original apricot roses. You ready?
Yeah.
Caroline. Why would Cummings keep a letter from his dead wife in here?
Who knows?
Aren't you going to open it?
Yeah, after I've got everything cataloged.
How do you like this? We got to turn over all our evidence to the feds before we get it.
I'm sure your beautiful wife explained that to you.
My new family.
Recognize these?
They were taken at Christmas. I gotta get to the hospital.
You all right?
Yeah. That room, it really gets to me.
Ted, why don't you try and go home and get some rest, huh?
I've got appointments.
Well, cancel them.
I can't. I've got to get to the hospital. I've got to see Samuels and Chapin. Kim's been seeing them both, and I've got to find out what her condition is.
Why Samuel?
You might as well know, son. Kim is pregnant.
Are you feeling all right?
My stomach is just a little upset, that's all.
I hope you're not ill. The nearest doctor is an hour away by helicopter.
I'm not ill. I'm nervous. I mean, can't you understand that?
Oh, why didn't Franny listen to me? I warned her time and time again.
I am sick to death of hearing you say that. It is not Franny's fault that all this happened. It is yours. You are the one who've been protecting him all this time, and you knew all along how dangerous he was. He should have had help before he started killing everybody, and it is not Franny's fault.
That may be true, but you've got to get a hold of yourself. Franny needs you. She's very shaky. If she lets Douglas see what she's feeling, it could be over for all of us. Please, please hold on until I can find a way to get us all to safety.
I saved this for last. I want you to love it as much as I do. Even though I designed this for Caroline, this room will be yours and mine after we're married.
This portion of As the World Turns has been brought to you today by our moist, delicious baking mixes from Duncan Hines and by Sure. You can raise your hand if you're sure, because Sure Antiperspirant helps keep you dry. We'll continue with part 2 of As the World Turns in just a moment. And now part 2 of As the World Turns.
I thought you'd be at Fashions by now, Lisa.
I try, but I really just, I can't get there today. I'm just scared. I'm so scared for Kim and for Fanny.
Well, we all are, dear. We all are.
And I just can't believe it. I feel as though I should have done something. I should have been able to stop this whole thing.
Now, Lisa.
Nancy, I do. I've always been able to judge people, but I made a mistake this time. I really like Doug. I worked so close with him on the fashion shows, and all the time, he was the one who murdered Marie. He's the one who murdered Cal, and now he has Franny, and he has And the police, they don't know where they are. I have a feeling they'll never be able to find them.
We just have to hope that they'll be all right. Lisa's here. Did you, was there any news?
We didn't find much at Caroline's.
Well, you've gone so long, I'd hoped maybe you'd found something.
I had to stop at the hospital and talk to Kim's doctors. Mom, there's something I have to tell you. Ordinarily, this would be a happy occasion. But under the circumstances, it's cause for concern. Kim is pregnant. Lisa's known for a while, and I just told Tom.
Did you talk to Samuels, Bob?
Yes, and as you know, she told Kim that... Well, she warned her that she shouldn't get into any stressful or emotional situations or physical situations. Because she could lose the baby. I'm going to take a shower. Let me know if the police call.
He's had a really rough morning.
How long have you known Kim's pregnant?
I knew before Bob went off to San Francisco, and I promised Kim I wouldn't tell anybody.
Your father looks exhausted. I don't suppose either one of you's had anything to eat.
No.
But I'd better get fixing something.
Let me help, please.
No, I'm better if I'm busy. Lisa, you'll stay and join us, won't you?
Of course, yes. Thank you. Thank you so much for being here.
I just wish I could do something.
I'm so sorry you're having to go through so much.
That FBI man?
Uh-huh.
He taught it in Margot's class, you know?
Oh.
He kept mentioning her to me.
Oh, then he doesn't know about...
No, he doesn't know she split. He thinks everything's just hunky-dory.
Oh, honey, I'm so sorry. Look, if you feel like you want to talk, you know I'm here.
I know.
Okay. Now, stay here until your father comes down, please. I want to help Nancy. Catch it.
Did you sleep with Barbara? Is that why she answered the phone? Is that why you've been acting like this man that I don't even know, and this man that I don't ever want to know? Answer me! Answer me now! Oh my God! Oh my God, Tom! This hurts. Oh God, this really hurts.
I'm so glad you, could come by. You really should do this more often, working so close by.
Well,
Go, please, sit down.
I'd love to. Brown bagging it really doesn't make it.
Holmes, lunch is on the table.
Hey, so you got a cold, huh? You feeling any better?
Oh, yeah, I'm okay. I'll live.
Meg, sit down. Lunch is ready.
So, what's Holden doing home?
Well, he's been working in the barn all morning. Mrs. Walsh is in San Francisco, so he has to go to the stables until after lunch.
Oh, how you
So
doing?
you got the day off, huh?
Yeah.
Mrs. Walsh is in San Francisco?
Right. She's looking for Miss Sierra. Thank you. Greg Montgomery went with her, too.
Holden.
Oh, he found her. Well, it turns out Sierra just married a guy that she grew up with in Montego.
I thought she was going to marry Craig.
Yeah, well, she found out some things about Craig that didn't make her too happy.
Like what?
Meg?
Oh, that's right. It's not really a secret anymore. It turns out that Sierra is Lucinda Walsh's daughter.
Her daughter?
Yeah. Mrs. Walsh left her husband and Sierra some years ago in Montego, and after all these years, Sierra just found out.
Well, I can see why she would be upset. Yeah, but why is she mad at Craig?
Well, it turns out he knew. He didn't seem fit to tell her. Oh, hold on. I wouldn't mention this around the stables.
No, I won't, but the thing is, I've known him for a while.
Is that why Lily's been so upset lately?
Yeah, I think so.
You know, I bet Mrs. Walsh has a lot of secrets. A lot worse than this one.
Meg, that's enough.
So I wonder what it's like for Lily. I mean, discovering that she suddenly has a sister she never even knew about. Sort of like you and me.
A mother deserting her own child. Turns my blood cold.
Well, finally got her to sleep. She's so restless. I think she's coming down with a cold. What happened? I thought you liked my cooking.
I love her. She married Tonio.
Were you able to talk to her?
I told her it was crazy. She's not in love with him. How can she be happy with him?
I don't know. Steve thinks it's a mistake, that she'll do whatever she can
She's
to get
not
out
going
of
to
it.
leave him. She knows she doesn't love him. She doesn't care about that. She doesn't trust me. She does trust him. She's going to stay with him. She's going to try to be a good little wife.
Are they going to stay in San Francisco?
I don't know.
Look, I don't know what to tell you. Maybe you just got to pick up and carry on.
That's all I wanted, Betsy, and I don't see any point to anything anymore, right?
Hello. Yes, he is. Just a minute, please. Jane at the office.
What? So what? Fine, Jane. Fine. Lucinda wants me at her house at 4.
Well, maybe she talked to see it.
Oh, boy, oh, I hope she didn't try.
Tonio, I have got the best news. I found a place, and we can move in right away. What are you doing?
Sierra, I know this may upset you, but we can't stay here.
What?
We have to move to Oakdale.
What?
It's my decision. I know it's the right thing to do. I've made reservations on this afternoon's flight.
The FBI is doing an aerial search for the plane, but we haven't heard anything. Sure, Barbara, I'll let you know. No, Margot hasn't called. To be perfectly honest, I haven't had a chance to even look at the All right, read me Jerry's letter.
Oh, Bob, how's Andy?
We had a good talk. He's going to be okay. He's with Mom and Dad in the garage apartment.
Oh, he must be devastated. Doug was like his hero.
Well, I tried to explain it to him the best I could, but
we
he
went
has
over
every
that
confidence
already.
the police and the FBI will find them and bring them back safely.
And how about you, Bob?
Uh-huh.
I know they're doing their best. Douglas is very clever.
Well,
Just remember, he did slip up once when he lost the key to that room.
I
Heather's
understand.
the one who found it, all right? He might just slip up again.
I keep thinking, what if Kim needs a doctor?
look, Barbara, clearly there is a time problem here. Maybe you should find
Who
another
is he
place.
talking
Oh,
to?
he's talking to Barbara.
Barbara? Barbara, listen to me. I'm not going to talk to you about this now, all right? I don't want to tie up the phone. I'll call you later. We can discuss it, all right? Bye.
What in the world was that all
I don't
about,
know.
Tom?
Barbara called. She wanted to know about Kim and Franny. We started talking about business
Oh,
garbage.
of all things for her to call at a
I'll
time
get it.
like this. It's just ridiculous.
Hello? Yes, Munson. I'll be right there.
And then he showed me the bedroom with a canopy bed, like a bridal chamber. Said that he built it for Caroline. But it's going to be ours now, after we're married. He talks like everything is all right.
Honey, he's just living out his dream.
He showed me the closet with Caroline's clothes. How does he expect me to feel?
I thought she'd never been here.
She hadn't, but Douglas wanted it to be perfect for her. When he finished the renovation, he brought some of her things here so that everything would be ready in time for their anniversary. Then the accident happened. She never lived to see this place. This is the first time Douglas has been here since her death.
Talk so gently, Kim. And he smiled. Like nothing has changed. Does he really expect me to marry him?
Oh, sweetheart, who knows what's in his head, but we just have to play along with him. Otherwise, he could turn on us. You mustn't let Douglas see you this upset. It could trigger something very dangerous in him.
I can't stand it. I can't stand it. We've got to get out. We're going to get out. We're going. What's that?
Something must be wrong with the generator.
Generator's acting up again.
Can you fix it?
Yeah, sure, no problem. Hey, there's nothing to worry about. I know how to fix it. Kim, you remember when you told me that if I wanted something badly enough and was patient, it would come to me?
Yes, I will.
Stand this much longer!
Hush, 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 hush. He's going to hear you. Be careful. He might come back. Marcia, we cannot just stand around here and not do anything. We have got to do something.
I have an idea, but it's very risky.
How could we be in any more danger than we're already in?
What is it?
You did what?
I told him to report for work in the morning. Tonio Reyes is going to work for me in Oakdale.
How the hell did you get him to agree to that?
He needs a job, Craig. He doesn't want to be deported, you know, for all his macho pride. He doesn't want to go back to Montega and be shot.
What did Sierra say about all this?
I don't know. I spoke with Tonio. I'm sure that he's explaining the situation to her.
Oh, really? What do you hope to gain by it?
Craig, the marriage is not made in heaven, right? It's a mistake, but she's bound to wake up from it. Well, if she's here, you can work.
Oh, come on, knock it off. You did not do this from me.
I can work on her if she's here. It's much more convenient for me than if she's in San Francisco.
You really are incredible. You think you can get to her by putting the screws to her husband?
I'm doing you a favor. I'm doing her a favor, too, but she doesn't realize that. She's much better off here with us.
What did she say about that?
I only spoke to her briefly.
Oh, I see. Did she say thank you, Mother?
What did you want me to do, Craig? Let her go?
Yeah. Yeah, I'd like you to leave her alone.
Oh.
So why don't you go call Tonio, pick up the phone, call him, and tell him the deal
I'm
is
not
off.
going to do that.
I don't want them here. Look, maybe you get off rubbing a little salt in the wounds here. Maybe you like me working with him. Maybe you like seeing them together. I don't. Pick up the phone and tell him the deal is off.
I'm not going to do that.
I am not going to let you get away with this.
You have nothing to say about it.
Oh, I sure do, baby. If they come here, I quit. I'll leave Oakdale for good, and you can take your contract and your stock options, and you can stick it.
I didn't think you would be so upset.
You knew how I felt about them, that you know that I was upset with what they did to me. That is why I left Oakdale in the first place.
Sierra, the last thing I wanted was to take you to a city where you would be near Montgomery. I had no choice.
Please don't say that, Tonio. You had a choice.
That's
You
not-
could have said no.
That's not true. I am not in a position to say no to your mother. Not yet.
Tonio, we both could have found work here in San Francisco.
Doing what? Sweeping the streets? Living hand to mouth? I don't think you would like that.
I don't care about money.
Sierra, you have never lived without money. You don't know about these things. Sierra, what is it?
I just can't believe that I'm going back there.
Sierra, look, you have nothing to fear from your mother or from Montgomery. We are married now. I will protect you.
My mother. Tonio, there's some things you can't protect me from.
No, you're wrong. It is my place to take care of you, and I will.
Tonio, I just wish you had consulted me first before you made this decision.
Sierra, I made this decision thinking only of what was best for you. Now it is your place to accept that and to support me. I love you very much, but never allow anyone to hurt you.
Did you get hold of him?
Anderson spoke to him. His name is Barry Wace. He flies a lot of small planes in the Houston area. He used to fly Cummings jet when Cummings wasn't flying it himself.
Dr. Hughes, you talked to Cummings' pilot.
Yeah.
Well, did he give you a list of the places he used to fly to?
Yeah. I told him we had a record of payments he'd received from Cummings. He was very cooperative after that. But I don't think it's going to do us any good. All the flights were to cities in Texas. San Antonio, Austin, Dallas, Fort Worth.
All the places he had restaurants, right?
Right.
Did he name any other place?
No.
Oh, it's too bad. I thought this was it.
Ah. He did say one thing we're going to check out, though. Cummings once told him he was thinking of constructing an airstrip with a hangar. He wanted to know how long the runway should be to land the jet safely.
Does he know where the place is?
Cummings never told him. We're going through the files now. If he ever built it, there ought to be a record of payments that would help us locate it. I've been all through this. So far, we've come up empty.
What about the letter to Caroline that you found in the safe?
Well, it's just a letter that he wrote to her before their first anniversary, but she died before that, which is why it was never opened. We can't figure out why he hung on to it.
Can I see it?
Sure.
My dearest Caroline, as our anniversary approaches, I'm writing you this to let you know I've been working on your gift for over a year now. I want you to know it's very special to me. I know it will be the same to you. Our life here in Houston has been like a perfect dream. I see this gift as the end of one dream and the beginning of a new one. Oh, my love, Douglas.
You see something I missed?
I don't know. There's something about this that rings a bell. End of one dream.
Honey, are you sure that you've been up to this? We've got to do something.
Douglas is still in the basement working on the generator. I think he'll be there for a while.
I'm going to get started.
Let's go over it again.
Hey, I go back to the valley where he landed the helicopter.
and I turn on the radio in the cockpit. It's the simple switch just to the right of the altimeter. Just turn it to the sending position. That'll open the channel and send out the signal. After you've done that, come straight back here. If we're lucky, Douglas won't even know you've gone.
And if he does, I've gone out for a walk. I need some air. Okay? I'll be back soon.
All right, honey. Oh, good luck.
Be careful, Franny.
I will. How far away do you think that radio signal could be heard?
The nearest town is 70 miles away, but a plane flying over these mountains might pick up the signal and report it.
I just pray that it works.
You realize that if Douglas finds out we're trying to escape,